Hello everyone, welcome to this channel and welcome to this video. My name is Courtney if you are new here, and I am an EPIK teacher in the formerly known as the Jeollabuk-do area, but now the Jeonbuk region, and I teach 5th and 6th grade. Today I am going to show you just a week in my life, a very realistic week. As I said, I am a teacher and I teach at 5 different schools this semester. I taught at 3 last semester, so this is going to be me teaching at 5 schools. It can be a very exhausting week, but we're gonna stay optimistic and good about it. I'm gonna show you guys what exactly it's like. Today, I actually don't have a travel school. I have a school that I can walk to, which is really nice, and I have students that I previously had last semester, so I'm excited to go and do that. So let's go ahead. It is Monday, and let's go. Is also the point in the day that I open up my schedule and just make sure everything is in alignment for this week and all of the lessons are in place before making sure all my PPTs are ready to be pulled up for the first class. So I am just in between class periods. So I finished 3 classes, I have 1 more, and they are all 6th grade and we are on chapter 1. We just finished up with lunch. If you guys want a video on just a week of what we actually eat here in Korea, I think that would be really interesting because as you could tell, it was a bit of a hodgepodge of Western style food and Korean food, especially with that spaghetti, which is a common theme here. But if y'all are interested in that type of video, definitely let me know. Okay, it is Tuesday, so day 2. I am going to my first travel school. I'm actually going to 2 different schools today. So the first one I'm going to take the bus to, I'm going to travel to. I have 3 different 5th grade classes there, and that's a separate textbook than the other ones that I use. So I have 3 5th grade classes. I take the bus back during lunchtime to go back to my main school, and then I have 1 6th grade class, so only 4 periods today, but a transfer midday, so it usually makes it pretty long. So let's go. Alright, so I just finished up with my 1 school. I am about to get on the bus and hop on and go teach 1 period of 6th grade, and then I will eat lunch. I actually just got home from my school, but I just wanted to update you guys. I think this is so funny. I think sometimes in Korea you could go a full day or honestly week without people saying hi, and it can seem a bit isolating sometimes. But also you have moments like today where I was walking back from school and I had several middle school boys. It's always funny running into middle schoolers because they have a bit of a different mentality going on at that age, but they went by and they said hi to me and I said hi back, and then one came and gave me a fist bump. They were like, whoa. I definitely have bright spots and funny spots like today, so I'm really grateful for those moments. I think they're very funny and I hold those with me because they definitely make my day every time. So today's classes were really great actually. It was super busy. I had some very loud classes, but overall they were very participatory. I hope that's a word and not just a more fancy fake version of saying they participated well. Wednesday, tomorrow, is when I go to my travel school that I actually have my own English classroom, and so most of the time I do have homeroom teachers come in, but I don't actually have an English co-teacher alongside me, which can be a challenge sometimes. It could be good, it could be bad, it's just a challenge, but I'm going there tomorrow. Today I am teaching 6th and 5th grade, so 4 classes total. The really nice thing about this school is that I actually have an English classroom and it's solely my own. So it's the English classroom and the office. So having an English classroom is not indicative of not having an English co-teacher, but for me in my specific circumstance, I just have homeroom teachers come in and kind of help manage the class, but there's no collaborative effort there. So I just have kind of all my classes in here, which is really nice and it's a cool setup. I'm excited to start today. This is an example of one of the papers I handed out. I usually don't do this because I end up having to print material, but I did specifically for this class just because I knew that we were going to have a little bit of time at the end, that we needed a bit of a filler, but also they really like these word searches. So we just have an unscramble section here and then the word search here, and then they just put their name and well done. It's pretty simple and pretty easy, and this lasted about 10 minutes, but depending on the level of your students could last 15 minutes or even more. I would say like a good 10 to 15 minutes for this activity, again, just depending on the level of your student. And they particularly enjoyed today because we had some mini Mentos to give out for gifts. I am not always supplied with candy to give out, so usually it's just the reward is a round of applause, and they don't really prefer that. So this was left on my desk, so I thought that we could use this for a couple of games, and it definitely incentivized the kids. I highly recommend, if you can have access to candy and snacks or some kind of incentive program, to definitely do that, because it made all the difference today for sure. Alright, so I just got home from work and it was a travel school day, as you know, so I got home around maybe 5:15 and I just picked up this ginormous coffee, as you saw me make it, from GS25. And I know that this is weird, but I really like to put a protein shake in there. And I know that's very strange, but I think it gives it more of like a cream texture, like if you're used to a heavy creamer in the States like me. And it's really sweet most of the time, which probably in combination is not very good for you. But for someone who's extremely hungry right now but doesn't want to quite eat dinner yet and also wants a coffee, it's like a 2-in-1 thing happening. So I'm going to drink this ginormous coffee. But today went pretty well. As you'll notice once you start teaching in EPIK, if you don't already or you're just looking into it, some of the schools and classes that you have, you're going to have really high level students and really low level students. And so this particular day, a lot of my students are higher level, which is really cool. So it ends up being a bit easier to teach those classes, I think, because you don't have to explain directions as long. It can just be a little bit more of a fun class. So I'm really grateful for that. It makes my days just a little bit easier. But I'm going to drink and enjoy my coffee, and I will see you tomorrow. So cheers. Hello everyone, so it is my last day of teaching this week and I am at my last travel school. So I just got some tea. I finished up, I taught 5 classes today. I usually teach about 4 to 5 classes per day and it always equals 22 hours a week. And as an EPIK teacher, we always have to hit 22 hours. So really your schedule is just dependent on your schools and how many grades you're teaching. But for me, I usually teach 4 to 5 classes a day. So this was a bit of a longer one for me. But basically we're just finishing everything out now, making sure that lessons are okay for next week, and I have a nice little cup of tea, so I'm going to enjoy that before heading back. Alright, I just wanted to pop on because I just got back from school and it's about 5:45 now, and I just wanted to update you guys and let you know that this is my furthest travel school is on my Friday, but it took me an hour to get there and it took me over an hour to get back here, an hour and 15. So it's just something to think about that with EPIK. Definitely with travel school, some of them, honestly, they take me 25 minutes if the bus is working great and I just show up and it zooms me over and I'm right there. But more realistically, I have to leave about an hour early each time, and I either get there very early because it's working miraculously well, or like this Wednesday, it was running late, so I was running late to school, which is never a good thing. So just wanted to say, you know, this is an extra 2 hours and 15 minutes to my day just traveling, and thankfully, you know, I really enjoy my school, I really enjoy my kids, and they're great there. But again, it's just a very realistic what happens in a week. It's just something to think about.